guys say, a little interstate ride. Let's go. Hello again, fellow and future riders. The Cycle here, back with another moto vlog. Just had a little doctor's appointment follow-up, questionable on how it was going to go, but it went fine. D-Cycle's going to be alright. Alright, so I know a lot of you watching the channel might be interested in getting an Iron 883 if you haven't already. And if you haven't, one of the questions you may have is, how does the bike do on the interstate? I've been on the interstate a few times on this bike. It does fine. I wouldn't recommend long hauls on this bike by any means. I mean, there are people that will take a Sportster across country, but of course you got modifications you got to do to it to make it, you know, long travel worthy. Like changing the seat out. Like I have a stock seat on this, and after about an hour or so, you know, it can get a little, it can get you a little sore in the seat. So there are ways to make it, you know, a cross-country venturing bike, but I don't really plan on going cross-country on this bike. So just to give you a taste of what the Iron 883 could do out on the interstate, we're going to take a little ride, about 10 minutes, and I'll give you a little play-by-play of what's going on. You know, the impressions I have just from this short interstate stint. Now we got pretty good conditions today. It's supposed to be in the 80s. Right now it's probably in the, I don't know, low 70s. Hardly any wind, which is great if you have a Sportster, especially if you don't have a windshield, because one thing about these Sportsters, if you don't have windshields on them, man, you're getting a lot of wind. And just imagine that going 70, 80. But it should be just fine today. I wouldn't recommend getting out on the interstate when it's really, really windy on this bike, because it does want to push you all over the place. Plus, taking all that wind to the face, especially if you don't have a helmet, it's not going to be very good. So a couple of things you might hear about the Iron 883 or the Sportster is that it is a girl's bike. No, it is not a girl's bike. I'm going to tell you, it is a bike. It's a bike for anybody. Anybody can ride this bike. And anybody that disagrees, well, a couple weeks ago I saw a woman riding a street glide, so I guess that makes that a girl's bike too. Saw a woman riding a Dyna the other day. You know, a couple of Dynas with women on them, so I guess those are girls' bikes too. No, but anyway, if that's one thing keeping you back from buying an Iron 883, especially if you're going to be a new rider, don't listen to anybody. This is a perfectly good bike to keep. This is a perfectly good bike to learn on. It's a good first bike. It has been for me. And I've been very happy with it. Alright, so the interstate's coming up here. It probably won't be too busy this time of day. It's not quite mid-morning yet. So the road should be fairly clear. May have a couple 18-wheelers or two, but nothing serious, no heavy traffic. So I-55 isn't really that bad, and until you start going south towards St. Louis and you got road construction that's been going on forever. And there's been some bad accidents on this road in the last year, especially the last year. Like, it seemed like once a week we were having accidents reported on the news on almost the same spot. So I almost wanted to start calling it Die 55, because I mean, the news on it was just so bad. Don't look too bad. Alright, so like I said, there's only a slight breeze. Really good temperatures, so good for a jacket right now. Even better with a full face, especially if you don't have a windshield. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm getting a little bit of wind. It's a little more wide open right out here, but you know what? Not bad. This bike does absolutely fantastic on the interstate. Some people say it's okay. I'm like a streamlined butterfly right now, man. It's smooth sailing. And this bike, when you get on speeds of, 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, it just glides. I mean, the bike feels weightless right now. Get back over. Just make sure you give yourself good following distance, because remember, you can't stop as fast on a motorcycle as you can in a car. Just make sure you're checking your mirrors, looking over your shoulder and your blind spot. So I'm getting a little bit of crosswind right now, but nothing real bad. I mean, you just got to prepare for that, because you got these areas where you got trees right here, and then it opens right up, and then all of a sudden you're getting gusts. So you got to make sure you're well balanced on your bike. You're not leaning too much to one way, and you'll be fine. Going about 75 right now, speed limit 70. Gonna go around this truck. Just make sure you give yourself some room by these big guys. Anyway, guys, enjoy a little music here on the ride. If anything alarming pops up, any new feelings or thoughts about this interstate ride, I'll turn the music down so you can hear. Except for that cop, got somebody pulled over there. The thing with the Sporty is you don't have cruise control, so you're always making sure that you got your hand on the throttle. Keeping a constant, consistent speed. Like I said earlier, if you guys plan on doing like a multi-state trip or going camping a few hours away, if you plan on riding more like that and you have one of these bikes, I would recommend upgrading your seat. I know Mustang makes some good ones. I mean, there are aftermarket options out there. I think even Harley may make a few, but I knew the new Iron 1200 seats, they look really comfortable. They even added some gel padding to the seat, which I bet is way more comfortable than this. But I mean, this isn't bad if you're just going a short distance. If you're on the interstate for an hour, then yeah, you might want to pull over and try to stretch your butt cheeks a little bit. No, man, I'm enjoying this. This is a nice, no traffic, smooth interstate ride. Just a little bit of gust hit me from the west to the east, which the west is on my left, but nothing terrible. I'm pretty comfortable with staying on this interstate even more if I could, but I got to get back to work. that I would open it up a little bit, but I know there's just going to be a cop chilling in a median up here or something. Hey, bro. So I'm just about to my exit. So if you guys are in the market for this bike and you are wondering how it does on the interstate, I hope this video kind of gave you a little insight. This bike it does just fine. I don't have much of a comparison. I'm sure the bigger bikes are probably smoother, but for what this bike is, it can handle the interstate just fine. Guys, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about the Iron 883. And I'll see you in a future video. You guys take it sleazy.